Score of the game presented by Jameson. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. What's the name of the game? Is it the Witching Week, the greatest witching hour of all time, the witchiest witching hour, the GWHOAT,
Greatest witching hour of all time. The GWHOAT. The GWHOAT.
I think this is the GWHOAT week.
I like GWHOAT.
We're going with the GWHOAT.
I love it.
You cool with it?
Let's do it.
I think
this
the
is
GWHOAT.
yours. This is your grade.
Okay. Give it the GWHOAT.
The GWHOAT. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. Presented by Jameson. Stakes 0 to 10. The stakes of this week's Week 7 witching hour.
I would give that your favorite score a 7.9.
Ooh, 7.9.
Maybe even less. I mean, whatever. You said my catch was so. Look, it's not playoff time. My favorite episode of the year usually is either week 1 when we're back and it just feels so good.
And there's a lot of crazy shit that happens.
It does because you don't know. Guys don't
know each other. I agree.
Or week 18 used to be week 17 because everything's being clinched.
Yeah.
Everything from the
Seeding.
last wild card seeding is being, this team's going to not play their starters. This team is. You even have the number 1 pick in the draft could switch hands during the witching hour, and the teams on the back half. So this week 7, didn't have the highest stakes of all time.
I want to throw in week 17 now into their hat in the ring just because it's fantasy football championship.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. Second to last week of the year, fantasy football championships. That's usually huge as well. Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's probably wise. It wasn't that big. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. No, that's I probably should have gone lower.
Jack 5.0.
I just wanted to demonstrate that I was listening to Julian earlier in the podcast when he said 7.9.
I like
Uncle
there
Scotty
it is.
can't get none by him.
Star power.
Star power. 0 to 10 decimals. Okay. A lot of stars. We had Burt.
Literally the entire NFL.
Herbert.
Yeah.
Baker when he was a Brown.
9. I mean,
Matt Ryan.
There was because my guy Jules got hurt in this game. I got to give it a 9.5.
Yeah, it's a 9.5.
It would have been a 10, but it was your last game, and I gotta knock that week down a little bit because we did not see you after that. I'm still bitter about it.
Oh,
although thankful to be with you now.
Man, he's a very heartful guy. I'm gonna go with a 6.
Explain that.
Well, there's a lot of stars right here, but it is week 7. I want to see the stars when they're doing like astronomical type things. And gotta have.
But is that
not
a stakes conversation?
Nah, but it's still
yes.
The star is not a real. The star is just it's like a supernova still. It's
star
just
power
being
can
born.
be
The star
amplified
is really
in the moment.
A star is born.
Has anyone ever tried to convince you?
A star is born.
Shout out Bradley Cooper
in the playoffs and in the later weeks that.
Has anyone tried to convince you after you scored it? Because let me just say who we had in here. We had, and these guys all threw for more than 300 yards passing. Joe Burrow went for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. Russell Wilson, Tom Brady.
Wilson's on the bench.
Tom Brady, heard of him.
He's calling games.
Yep. Here were the 300-yard passers. You're going to laugh at a couple. Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz threw for 3 bills.
Kyler, I think there's a Call of Duty dropping soon. Keep going. Carson Wentz
with Philadelphia.
Don't even know where he's at.
With Philadelphia at the time. Justin Herbert, young pup, threw for 347. Matthew Stafford, who we discussed.
Dog.
Matt Ryan.
Win with the mariachi.
CBS.
Deshaun Watson, when he used to know how to play football, threw for 309 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then young Josh Allen did as well.
There is a lot of stars.
So Jack did 7.5. I did 8.1.
Solid.
It's literally everyone. But there is a magnifier in big moments. I agree with that.
I think it magnifies. And then also star power. We've done Super Bowls. We've done historic crazy where you got Whitney Houston doing the
that adds to it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
Yep, now we got like we got Pop Warner at the halftime show.
I think Menudo was the halftime act of the Browns-Bengals game that you guys don't even know who Menudo is.
I think you're talking more about stars per capita. And I think because all the games are at time, the stars per capita is low.
It's not as concentrated. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can get on board with that.
A constellation of stars.
The gameplay. Now, this is where you make up your points.
Well, duh.
This is where you make up your points.
Because if you grade one game, if you grade whatever, any of the Patriots Super Bowl wins, especially the tight ones that you guys had.
Most of them, they're all.
Yeah. That's true.
Tight.
Yeah. I got to give it a 9.9. Just because you always got to have room for improvement, but 9.9. The lead changes. The insanity that we see is stellar.
I mean, it's a 9.
Okay. Wow.
9.
How often does he give a 9?
Not often.
Yeah.
9's very
it's
high.
a standard.
Respect.
It's standard for championship game for stakes for me.
Kyler and I lowballed at 7.0 and 7.5.
I think I'd
Bite
call those
your
a.
tongue.
I think I'd call that a fair
Russian
score.
judges
A
over
fair
here.
score.
Big time Russian
I mean, hold
judges,
on.
I'm
The,
sorry.
the game we talked about the most ended from like lack of situational awareness. That's not great gameplay. That's just not knowing when to go down.
But okay, but gameplay from a fan, from a viewer's perspective,
From a viewer
is what I'm
perspective,
doing.
okay.
The
I think
entertainment
that's
value.
fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah, the tightness of the game. In fact, the T. Higgins Cincinnati Bengals touchdown. 3 Browns had the worst tackling on that play. That it was like whatever.
But it was great TV. It was great.
It was great TV.
Okay. I
Now
agree
you
with that.
gotta-
I agree with that.
Kai guy. Oh, see, he just don't. He gets crabby sometimes. Watch out for him. Now we got to score the name of the game, the GWHOAT.
The greatest witching hour
Pretty
of all
darn good.
time.
It's a great game. That's a great name.
That is a great name. I'll give it a 9.
9.
9.0.
Solid.
I'll give it a.
I'm like way overgrading it because I'm involved with all of it.
See, that's
You
why I
got
go
to.
low.
You got to.
Yeah.
8-1.
8-1. So Jack and
Whoa.
Leo, hold on.
Whoa.
So this
I
is
scored it
before
I knew the name.
this is before we knew the name.
Well,
I
then
think we
fix
should
it.
We got to
rescore
rescore
this.
this.
Yeah.
I got to bump these numbers way up. These are rookie numbers.
So I'm gonna go. I love greatest witching hour of all time. I actually might go crazy.
9.1 for me.
I go 8.1.
I love it.
Where does it? All right, let's do the magic math and see where it stands along.
Calculating.
Yeah. what's the greatest-
7.86.
Let's see.
7.68.
Let's see where it stacks up against the rest of the games.
7.68. It puts us at 34th between the Can't Wait game 2011 AFC divisional round Jets versus Patriots, who we did with Rich Eisen,
Yeah.
and the Tuna Bowl, just below the Tuna Bowl, Jets Patriots in 1997, which we did with Bears Najarian.
Nice.
It's a good spot
Good
for it.
company.
Falcons Patriots #1. What happened in that game?
I don't know. It was just a little engine that.
That's a
thought
good
he
list there,
could.
gentlemen. That is a good list.